Vastra, that that is not necessarily the most logical. That does not look comfortable. That does not. Of all the places you have to hang out in here, you are choosing to lay way up there on that cold metal bar. Really? That is your choice. That is your choice of comfortability. Really, Vastra? How did you even? Did you literally just climb your light? You literally had to just because there's nowhere else. You literally just climbed your light. Wow, Vastra. Just wow. I'm going to put this right there for you because I don't honestly see how you're going to get down otherwise. So, to ensure that you can actually get down, Vastra, I put you a nice tree branch that you might follow down and work your way back down to the ground from there, my queen. There. You satisfied with your throne? Hey everybody, welcome back to Tavian's World of Reptiles. I hope you are all doing well and taking care of yourself. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Please check out some of my other content. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, and get notified every time I upload new content. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching yet another one of my videos. So, yesterday, me and Ashley went up to the pet store to pick up something, and we walked through the door, and there was a lady there with her table set up. She had a bunch of inverts on it. She was a part of an educational program. They had some sort of a possible giveaway drawing that you could enter if you were to hold one of the inverts. And so we decided we would go ahead and do that. We did not win, but it was a very fun experience. I ended up holding a scorpion, and that was quite the experience because as the lady went to go pick up the scorpion, it was actually stinging her, and I literally almost backed out and said, no, I'm not doing that. But I stood still and I let it happen, and nothing happened in the end. And so it was a really fun experience. And Ashley ended up holding a very large bird eater tarantula. I'm not 100% sure if that was her very first time holding a tarantula ever, but if so, that was a pretty impressive first tarantula to hold, and she did a really great job. But I did manage to get those 2 clips of that, and so you will get to see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's check those out real quick.
I'm trying to work up mine. Poor baby. Yeah, I know.
Grumpy.
Yeah, well, I'm on.
Oh, look at you. Wow. You're amazing. Do they mostly just use their stingers, or do they actually pinch?
This species would rather use its claws
Okay.
to get
For
you.
sure. Nice.
And its
Cool.
venom is even less than a bee's.
Right. Oh, that is beautiful. Ooh.
Okay. Stay there. She's webbing you. She knows.
Very,
Stay.
very
Good
beautiful.
girl.
Look at you.
Come on.
Yeah,
Good
you're
job.
pretty precious.
Good girl.
Okay, that was not so bad.
That was it.
The one I like.
That she's so big actually helps.
So there you guys have it. That was a really fun experience, and I'm really glad we actually went into the store that day to be able to do that. Even though we did not win that drawing, it was still really fun to be able to go in and do that. And that whole experience, actually holding that tarantula, knowing that that's a fear that she's not quite comfortable with, and me coming so far with my tarantulas since I first held them, and I first posted about my first experience with holding a tarantula, and now I have 3 tarantulas. And one of them is a curly hair, and the lady there actually had taken out one of her curly hair, and it was like kind of flipping it over and showing us, how to identify it being a female, and showing how calm and docile it really was, and like just how it wasn't quick to bite or flick hairs or anything. And I got really inspired again with my own tarantulas, and ended up coming home and later on having some interesting experiences with actually just kind of pulling out my own tarantula for the first time on my own into my hands and getting some handling experience with that. So I did get a little bit of footage of it. It's not the best angle, but I definitely kind of want to share it because it was super fun to do. So let's check that out here. You know, I'm very proud of myself when it comes to this experience. This was not something you would ever catch me doing 5 years ago. You could not have told me 5 years ago that I would be deliberately reaching my hand into an enclosure, pulling out this, for me, a very large spider, and deliberately handling it and looking at it like it's some kind of precious object. This is just not something you would have caught me doing 5 years ago. And so I'm very excited that I had that experience a long time ago at the Reptile Expo, to overcome that fear for that moment, to hold that tarantula for the first time, and now get to this point with my own tarantulas where I don't really have a fear towards them anymore. And that's kind of really what I want to do with snakes when it comes to people also. I really just want to get people exposed to them as much as possible. If only just taking videos and pictures, I want to get them to the point where they can at least hold, if only just the smallest of snakes, just hold one. Just hold it and be able to say, this isn't that bad. If I can get somebody to hold a snake and say, okay, this is not that bad, then I have achieved something. I have achieved my goal. My goal is to take that fear and replace it with something less than fear. And if I can get somebody to hold something and say it's not that bad, that fear disappears, at least a little bit. It may not completely dissipate, but it definitely goes down a bit. And with that, opens the doors of them completely overcoming that fear if they were to want to. So I'm really glad I had this experience with my tarantulas, and I'm glad that Ashley had that experience with that tarantula. And it's just that's what I look forward to bringing to many people when it comes to snakes as well. And so I just kind of wanted to share that because that was a very fun experience, and it definitely shows what I want to achieve when it comes to reptiles, specifically snakes. That woman had a really big passion for these inverts, and she definitely wanted to spread that same awareness about them and kind of like just bring down the fear that people have around them. And I think that's what the whole giveaway about was, just to try to get people to overcome their fear for a moment, to just hold this invert, if only for a few seconds. And she was very knowledgeable, and she was very calm, and she did everything kind of like smooth and easy pace, kind of quick, so that she didn't really have time to actually like back out, but also kind of calm and relax, so that you just kind of knew that everything was going to be okay. And that's just kind of the experience that people should have for the very first time when they're doing things that are scary, like holding spiders or snakes, you know, so they are scary for them. And so that's kind of what they wanted to see, and I was really happy to see that there, that the lady did a fantastic job at it. It was nice to see her passion about it. There's not a lot of people who have passion for inverts. I mean, let me take that back. There are a lot of people. There's a huge invert community out there. However, there's also, in the grand scheme of things, not a lot of people. I think probably less people into inverts than there are snakes, but I'm not sure. I don't know the statistics behind that. But regardless, we're all out here trying to spread awareness about these animals that we have love and passion for, because just like those furry cute ones, these animals deserve to be loved and respected and preserved and saved as well. And with knowledge comes the ability to actually want to save these animals. So the more people we get to understand and respect spiders and snakes and such, the more people are on board to actually saving the species, especially because she was mentioning that a few of the species were actually going pretty extinct in the wild, and that because of where they were from, there's not a lot of actual political anything that's trying to push for the preservation of the species. So it's just little things like that that are actually getting people involved, and at least get people, get them on the radar for people in their minds. So anyway, I'm starting to ramble at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. You all take care. You love yourselves, love your reptiles, love your loved ones, and you guys keep spreading those herbs.